This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I've covered on this channel Walt Disney, and obviously everybody out there should be aware that Disney World is as sick, satanic, and filled with witchcraft as they come. Walt Disney himself was a practicing Freemason, a 33rd degree Freemason. And I want to cover something I touched on in my Disney Exposed video a while back, and that's the Club 33 that's located in Disneyland. Because as I keep talking about, all of this stuff is coming into the spotlight. They are talking more and more about these things that were once taboo, that were once secret, that people such as myself and others have been exposing for quite some time. It seems as if almost every single day some quote-unquote major publication is talking about something that was once secret. Now, again, they use humor, like I always say, to deflect attention off the severity of these issues. But now we even have the Daily Mail doing an article about inside the, Club 33, and does it have Masonic ties inside of that club? And they reveal photos from inside of the club. The Club 33 is all about Freemasonry. It's a Freemason club sitting in Disneyland. Disney itself is a CIA operation. That's what the whole park is. All one would have to do is really go underneath Disney to see what's down there. The testing rooms, the area that they perform MK Ultra mind control on all these people, all these young children. But Walt Disney himself, books have come out exposing Walt Disney. If you want to look more into it, you can read Walt Disney, Hollywood's Dark Prince. It's a book that's been slandered through the mainstream. Well, of course it has. He's a high-ranking Mason like Disney, a high-ranking pedophile such as himself. All these guys protect one another. They make sure that their images stay strong in the public eye. So if something comes out that actually reveals truth about these people, they will slander it and say it's a ridiculous book. This book talks about his obsession with young boys, a few in particular in the park, who he was obsessed with. It also talks about his Masonic ties, the CIA ties, the fact that he really has no birth certificate. All of this stuff, but of course Disney is pushed, like I say all the time, all of these Masons are pushed through the mainstream as heroes that we're all supposed to look up to. The higher ranking the Mason, the more likely you're still going to be hearing about these people from centuries ago, because that's how it works. They're all about storing up legacy here on Earth. That's why you commonly hear people talk about leave your legacy behind and things like that, just like I always say about chasing dreams. This is all part of their illusion to covet the things of this earth. It's all nonsense. It's all crap. That's what it is. But Walt Disney set up the 33rd Degree Club, or as they call it, Club 33. It's really a Masonic club right inside of Disneyland, which isn't a surprise. I talked about how they've, set this whole park up as a CIA operation, not only to indoctrinate children with magic and witchcraft, which is all Disney does, whether it's Beauty and the Beast, indoctrinating people with witchcraft, the spell that has to be broken, a woman and a beast, quote unquote, falling in love. Think about that. Or Cinderella, which is part of mind control. Okay, we have all these girls who want to be princesses, even girls in their 30s and 40s looking for quote unquote Prince Charming. This is all magic, witchcraft. We have Harry Potter inside of Disney World. We have the Magic Kingdom. The whole thing is, you just call it Satanville, because that's what it is. The Satanic Kingdom inside, because that's what Disney World is. So they do an article in the Daily Mail showing some of the stuff from the inside. I'll read you what some of it says. It says, inside Disney's Club 33, named after Walt Disney's Masonic ties, has invite-only membership, a 14-year wait list, and a $100,000 initiation fee. Way to take a dump on $100,000. That could probably help people out who need food. Or this is what they do. Right? It's a complete joke. They hoard the cash, they hoard the money, they wasted $100,000 to join a club, Club 33. I mean, what a waste. It says it may be the happiest place on earth, but a small corner of it is also one of the most exclusive, tucked away in plain sight. Exactly. Isn't that a quote I always say, in plain sight? Tucked away in plain sight in the middle of Disneyland's New Orleans Square is a private members-only club that is so elite that you can only get invited to join if you know someone who knows someone, and even then the wait list can be as long as 14 years. Those who are fortunate enough to be invited to join Club 33 pay up to $100,000 joining fee and $30,000 annually for the privilege. For their investment, they get access to countless perks, fine dining, and a lounge where they can mingle with like-minded, wealthy Disney enthusiasts, revealed one Club 33 member who spoke exclusively to DailyMail.com. Yeah, I don't know if they can mingle with Disney enthusiasts. Well, I'm sure all the Masons, of course, are Disney enthusiasts because they're all pedos and they're all obsessed with children and magic and satanic witchcraft, so that's not a surprise. But you're only getting in this club if you're a high-ranking 33rd degree Freemason. That's the truth of the matter. The waiting list that they pretend exists is not for the common person who's obsessed with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and is under mind control and has severe problems because of their obsession with cartoons. This is for Masons only. It says with fewer than 500 members, it's almost impossible to get off the wait list. There are several levels of membership: gold, platinum, executive platinum, and corporate. And one must be a platinum member or higher to go to Le Salon Nouveau, which I'm sure is some type of, well, we could only speculate on what that is. It says the rules are strict at Club 33, even detailing where photographs can be taken. Ones inside the bathrooms are off limits. Wonder why that is. The Club 33 member who spoke to Daily Mail has set up an anonymous Instagram account dedicated to showing a sneaky peek inside the unique club, where top business executives, investors, and celebrities are believed to be members. Nicolas Cage, Alec Baldwin are rumored to be members. Others say Christina Aguilera goes there. Others claim Tom Hanks as well. They all go there. They're all high-ranking Masons. Aguilera herself is a sex slave who went through the Disney programming, along with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake and Ryan Gosling. And Shia LaBeouf, all these people go right through the Disney programming. Selena Gomez, you name them. They go through it. They get abused. They go through trauma-based mind control. Then they get prostituted out to do the bidding work of these elites, which is control the masses through mind control and false idol worship. Now, if you take a look inside at some of the photos, of course, you'll see a photo on the wall which has the black and white tiles. What a surprise, right? But it's not related to Freemasonry. The article says, is it just a mystery? It's related to Freemasonry? They have a picture with the tiles. They have, of course, statues of people wearing masks, which is what they're all about, right? We've talked about the Rothschild ball, the Illuminati ball, where they wear these masks as they parade around and do all sorts of creepy sexual activity with one another. They have shelves that have these masks on it. And then, of course, they have some of Walt Disney's own personal things, personal books, which you can't touch, but you can see on his wall, up on his bookshelf. And what do we see if we look through there? We see the Royal Bavarian Castles. How interesting. These are his own personal books. As most of you know, the Bavarian Illuminati is what they really are called, the Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati, a book that shows the castles. Now, these aren't, when people think of castles, they go, oh, castles like the princess, the fictional. The elites live in these castles that actually exist around our world. Okay, the Bavarian Illuminati elites, these Satanists like the Rothschilds, they live in castles. So don't you see how the mind control works through the Disney films? They want you to want to live in a castle, as if it's so elegant. Oh, look, the princess lives in a castle. To look up to always bow down to the elites. That's part of the mind control and the worship that they want you to have for them. To strive in life to be like them, to live in their castles and practice magic, right? Have somebody magical with you, like Peter Pan has Tinkerbell. I mean, it's right there. It's so obvious when you wake up and you see what's going on. Now, the club is filled with nothing but memorabilia that has 33 on it. The menu is 33. The table is 33. 33, 33, 33, but again, of course, it's got to mean that it's just about Walt Disney's, it's got to be about his favorite number being 33, right? The article says, why Club 33? Opened in 1967 as an exclusive treat and retreat for investors and was designed and overseen by Walt Disney himself. However, he died 5 months before the grand opening. He never got to see the members-only club in all its glory. Right. Well, he saw enough, he saw enough temples in his day. He lived inside of one probably as a 33rd degree Freemason. He lived inside Masonic temples. So some think it's a name that refers to the park's 33 corporate sponsors when the club opened. Of course it had 33 corporate sponsors. I mean, give me a break. Other claims it's also named as a reference to Disney's supposed Masonic ties. He was said to be a 33rd degree Mason. Others say it's because if you turn the 33 on its side, it resembles Mickey Mouse's ears. So you can see how they use humor to deflect attention off him being a Mason, but they're also revealing themselves at the same time. Now, this is stuff that most people who are awake know, but some people don't, because some people don't focus on or see this kind of stuff. But there's so much stuff out there, it's unbelievable. But the article goes on to say that Disneyland member 33, that's one of these people that posts Instagram photos from inside the lodge, says the Masonic ties are a fun rumor to engage in and add some more intrigue to the club. Yeah, sure. What are you hiding there, pal? What's this guy hiding who's a member? He goes, I mean, come on, he's obviously a Mason himself, so it's all ridiculous. Whatever the answer, the club's location on 33 Royal Street should certainly offer a partial explanation, and they just go on to show more and more of their photos, their secret rooms inside of the club that only select elite can go into. I wonder where that leads, probably down to the tunnels underneath Disney, where I'm sure child abuse and all that stuff occurs. You have to understand, it's hard to break from the Disney programming. It's almost as if every person I come across or have in my lifetime explaining all of this stuff, when you get to Disney and Walt Disney's involvement in Disneyland and magic and all that stuff, people will instantly put a wall up because this is something that reminds them of childhood, of comfort, and they're defensive of this stuff, and then they think you're taking away their childhood, in their mind. They're fighting for this and saying, no, it's not what you're saying. It's really wonderful. It brings good memories, and even if they mean it to be that, it doesn't mean that to me. It's all defense mechanism. Everybody defends Disney. Everybody loves it. I don't really understand the obsession with it. I mean, when I was a kid, yes, we all had seen Disney cartoons at some point in time. But, you got to break your chains from it. You got to say, listen, okay, you don't participate in this stuff. You certainly don't let your children watch this stuff because you're indoctrinating them with witchcraft and magic. And as much as it might hurt you not to let them watch it, guess what? It's the right thing to do because all that matters is obeying God's law and getting your children right with God, getting them in Scripture, okay? The things of this earth like Disney, it's all poison for the soul. That's what it is. So this is the Masonic Club inside. I'll leave the article linked up if you want to check it out. It's just a lot of pictures. It's a lot of deflecting off of the masonry, but of course they have to, bring attention to it and say some stuff about it. Otherwise people would, you're not telling the truth about what it is. I mean, the pictures of the Illuminati ball inside the place, like I said, pictures of the Masonic tile, the Bavarian book, 33 everywhere, paying homage to Walt Disney, secret rooms you can't take pictures inside of. It's all right in plain sight. This is right inside of Disneyland, folks. If you want to look more into Walt Disney, like I said, see if you can find a copy of that book, okay? Hollywood's Dark Prince. And don't, look at it and say, it's got bad reviews, because the people are giving it bad reviews and people are slandering it because it's breaking their heart. That's why, because people are obsessed with this Disney magic crap. Okay, they even have a Masonic lodge inside of Disneyland, Club 33. We have the Mickey Mouse Club. We have all these kids who are now huge famous stars whose parents prostituted them into the Disney mind control system, which is where they performed a lot of the MK Ultra goes on underground in Disneyland, in Disney World. Aguilera, Spears, Timberlake, Gosling, LeBou, Gomez. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's so many people you wouldn't even realize who are actors or actresses and not just musicians who go through the Mickey Mouse programming there. They join the Mickey Mouse Club. They're 4 or 5 years old. We're supposed to believe they're so talented. And then the next thing you know, they're 12. We have Hannah Montana. And then, they continue on to become big stars. It's all part of the system. This is a system, a program that controlled system of enslavement for us. And they use these victims who they sexually abuse, who are prostituted into it by their parents, who are usually members of, Masonic lodges or covens. The mother's usually in a coven and some type of witch. And then they grow, our children and us grow up getting indoctrinated by these people who are victims of it, who are programmed to program us. That's really what Disney's about. It's not about, I know people go and they go, it's such a wonderful time. It's all the nostalgia of their childhood. But that's part of the mental enslavement you have to break free from, okay? It's just part of mental enslavement. So Club 33, take a look for yourself. Walt Disney, just another one of these freaks. Another one of these Freemasons. They all are into the same things. It's bigger than you'll ever imagine it could possibly be because they are all in on it. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.